Well, hello and welcome to. I retitled the group finally. It's gone through a couple changes over the last 4 years, but I am streaming. I am purposely going into tools to master your own energy. Whoop, whoop. And you're also possibly seeing me on YouTube or you are seeing me on my Business Growth Junkie page. So glad to have you all here. We are on day I keep forgetting to show that. We are on day 9. No one wants to be leaking. No one wants to be leaking. Master your own energy. And now I have a hashtag MYOE. Master your own energy. Okay, so we are on Tools to Master Your Own Energy Consciousness with Lene. So I'm so excited for all of you who keep showing up. I'm getting some DMs, some questions. I said yesterday I was going to be posting the 6-week course that is available. I was going to do it yesterday and I just got too busy. I'm going to do it today. So there's 2 different ways to continue to work with me when I am finished with this. The Phenomenal Woman Community, which is half price for 7 hours of facilitation coaching, 15 minutes a day. And then we're going to have a full-on 6 weeks to dive in to actually create the tools and get you out of autopilot. Okay, so for today, let me make sure I'm up and running because I hate to talk. And I'm live. Okay, so no one wants to leak. Are you leaking? Most people are leaking everywhere, like massive leakage. Okay. And it's really important to look at this. Leakage, energetic leakage, looks like a lot of different things, but in the short conversation for today, I think I want you to take a look and just ask, am I leaking anywhere? Is my energy leaking? And if it's leaking, you need to work on mastering your own energy. So leaking looks like it's most clients, everybody who comes to me is leaking. Okay. So I keep saying the word over and over again, but if you start to get the gist of it, it's like everywhere, let's just do this. Everywhere you're doing something you don't want to be doing, you're leaking. That could even be your job. Everywhere that you keep saying yes instead of no, that's leakage. Leakage could be I have a client she's leaking in her house. A lot of people are leaking in their house. This is all energy. Because what I want for all of us is to have all of us ourselves. Okay. Because we're everywhere, but that we actually aren't unconsciously everywhere. Okay. So one of my clients, we leak in our cars, we leak in our houses, we leak by not taking care of ourselves. We leak. I don't want to say lack of boundaries. I don't usually use the word boundaries, but we can use them for the sake because boundaries, if they're not done with consciousness, they become walls. And so it's hard for anything to get in, even money to get in. Won't go into that. So where are you leaking? Can you just bring up something right now? So this client that I've been working with for a long time has been redoing her house, in case she listens here. And this is one way to look at leaking. Is there something in your house, your apartment or something that every time you look at it, it drives you crazy? She had a fireplace that she hated it. Every time she looked at it, she leaked. She leaked every time. So for me, we rent this house for right now, and the carpet that came with it is crap. Okay. Every time I look at a carpet, I leak. My energy from what I'm being goes to that. So I now have tools and it's okay, it doesn't bother me anymore. But so what she ended up doing, redoing her entire fireplace. And that changed the entire dynamics of her being in her home. And that makes a big difference. That's the one safe place is in our homes. If you're leaking, what can you do to not plug up the holes, I don't want you to plug them up. I want you to master your own awareness and go, what is it? What can I do with it? What can I change here? What's the next action? Remember, my 4 A's of success is awareness. Where's the leak? Okay. And then allowance for it. Don't judge it. Like if it's something like, your car looks like a hot mess, that's a leak. Okay. Cars are leaks. And you look in your car and so allowance for like whatever you're choosing right now. And there's a possibility to choose something else. And then we ask questions, open ended questions, not questions with conclusions and judgment. But it's like, okay, cool. I am leaking here. Like right now, my office is a mess. It's been beautifully busy this week, but I'm leaking. And what that means, as soon as I walked in here today, I was like, ugh. And I kind of like had to find myself to my desk. That's leakage. So for me, I'm an allowance. It was busy. It's not about perfectionism. It's not about whether anybody else understands how my office works, but I'm leaking here. So today I'm allowance, and it's like, well, what's it going to take to clean it up? What's going to take is after I have my appointment, then I'm going to take whatever it takes amount of time and organize so that I'm into action and that clears up the leak. And that makes a huge difference in your world. Okay. But it's important that you do my 4 A's: awareness of what it is. And the big one on this one's going to be allowance. If you are somebody who has a hoarding mentality, okay, and there's stuff everywhere. I don't want, let's just call it hoarding. Like you're just a little pack rat, you got your stuff, you got your piles, you got all that. You're leaking, you're energetically leaking. So what would it take to, number one, not judge it, again, to acknowledge it? Because once we acknowledge something, we can change it. Okay. Once you acknowledge it, and you usually have to find a safe person to do that with. That's why coaching's powerful. That's why having a therapist is important. Except for the thing with therapy, sometimes it goes into the problem versus I don't want to go into the problem with my coaching. We want to go into like, what is here, awareness, be an allowance of it. What can we ask to out create it, and what's required, and then let's go into action. So today, there's my thing. Where are you leaking? I want you to think about that all day today, and like where you could plug that up. And that's probably one of the main things in the 6-week course that we really are going to dive into, is getting clear on where your leakage points are. If you're looking to expand your business and your money, where you are leaking, we can bring back, clear that up so that you have more of you, to have more knowing, more perceiving, more being, and more receiving. Okay, those are the 4 elementals that we're going to be in that, so that the leakage is cleared up. I mean, if you just cleared your leakage up, I wonder what else is possible in you and your life, your living, and your business. Okay. So there is our conversation for today. No one wants to be leaking. And if you are courageous enough and want to share with everybody, write down when I'm done here in the comments, and empower each other. I keep talking about this, the energy in this group is about like if you share something, for those who aren't sharing something, they will get something from that. So if you want to enrich and empower somebody's life, and look at your own leakage and go, wow, I think I'm leaking there, then you've acknowledged it. So you've done like a double whammy. You've like acknowledged it, you put it down, you're in awareness of it. You don't have to do anything right away. And then it will help other goes, oh my goodness, I'm leaking there too. And we are going to really look at that in that 6-week course, cleaning up your leakage zones. Okay. Leakage is health. It's so many different things, but all of it affects everything. All righty. So happy cleaning up your leakage today. And I will see you tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. San Diego, California time. All righty. Thank you for all the hearts, the loves, and I see all of that. So keep it coming. All righty. Bye, ladies.